for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If they try to go, first do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS.
Yep.
SOS, SOS.
Back. Ready.
They'll run with Elliott.
Go.
They find some open field here. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's go.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, ready. 60 out low.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Tighten up. Bravo. Set up.
Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Defense, let's go. Ball trot. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got you, son. I got you. You're all
McNabb to throw.
You're all up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McNabb.
Let's go, defense.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 26. Check 26.
On second down now. It's Allen trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did.
Yeah.
But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Right there.
Here we go.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
Stop your
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's it, baby.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Is here.
It's 4th down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check your hot read. Watch twist. You're out. Twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Recon 132 fighting. Lucky. Kill. Hey, turn.
He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Ready? Go. Ready, go.
Kaepernick now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Kaepernick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go! Check 53. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On second down, it's Allen.
Rip right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On third down, Allen. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. This is Allen.
He's checking.
And he's got room.
Crash.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first down.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end. Pilot, 64, weak. 4 down. Hot out. Alert.
Here's Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Elliott. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
58's the mic.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And look at this. It's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, but usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. McNabb. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown,
Great
Minnesota.
Job. Touchdown for Dames.
Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Nice 7, let's go. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. You don't want it? You don't want none of that? Give me it. Pick up the ball. Squeeze, get in there. Shift. Hey, switch gears. Echo. Set, go.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And this one complete to Reed. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Ready, go.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch 55. Here we go. Check 37. Check single.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Rush in.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Now a 1st down throw, McNabb.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Yeah, good job.
As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch the slant. Ready, go.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
This way, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
3-2-18, chopper. Set hot. Ready.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back. Extra point up and through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now it's McNabb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Go 58 to the mic.
All day, dog.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
I'm going to hit you all.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, just a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. In his defense.
In his defense, I got it, yeah.
See what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now a carry for Allen. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 38-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Watch the whip.
A gain of 15.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's McNabb. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and less than a yard.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
3 buzz.
Looking to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Sack, baby! Good job.
It's 4th down. Jake Elliott on for the field goal.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.